Welcome to another edition of City Beat. For the Herald and Review, I'm Kenneth Lowe. If you follow what happens at Decatur City Council meetings, you know Sue Neisslie. For the past 5 years, she's been the president of the Coalition of Neighborhood Organizations, but she stepped down this summer. We took some time out to speak with her about her experiences. Let's have a look. Those who know Sue Neisslie, now Sue Lawson after her recent marriage, will tell you she is a constant and determined presence at meetings and events. Despite her many times speaking out to public officials, law enforcement personnel, and lawmakers, she says she still gets butterflies in her stomach.
When the mayor came to me and said, I want you to come and do a report each month on neighborhoods, highlight them, and everything that's going on in CONO, I said, can't each neighborhood do their own thing? Because I really don't want to do this. So he was like, I really think that it'd be better that you do it and you get their input and have them be there.
The past year has been a time of changes, including moving her wallpaper business from a downtown storefront to her home. Lawson's mother, who helped run her business, passed away. Now she's remarried with kids in the house again and expecting her 5th grandchild soon.
Kind of new challenges in the fact, like I said, my mom was like my right hand as far as keeping me on top of all the things. But I think once I get kind of used to it, this has really only happened since about November, I think I'm going to like it. I like the by appointment part of it. Instead of being here, you know, all day, I can, if it's been easier for the summer to fluctuate some of the activity, actually be able to take the kids to the pool a little bit and, you know, just some of that.
What kinds of progress have you seen, and in what ways do you tell people to take steps forward on issues that just seem like they just never go away?
I think I'm going to give you a couple examples. One was a neighborhood in South Shores that had mostly older people in it. And they knew there was something funny going on at this house at all hours, but they didn't really know what it was. So I said, okay, this is what I want you to do. I want you to start logging the license plates and the make of the car. If you see somebody coming out of the car, I want you to start logging that. I want you to log it for a week for me. I want you to log it day and night whenever you hear anything, and I want you to get your neighbors all around that house to do the same. So side, across the street, back behind, whatever. Log and give me the log. And they're older people and they're getting up at 3, they hear something and they're getting their binoculars out and they're looking out their window with their lights off because there's a street light and they can see, and they're getting these license plates and they're getting the car descriptions and everything. 1 week and a half after I turned that in, they busted that house. The police came, it was a drug thing that was going on, and they called me up, it was 8:30 at night, and they said, the police are at the house, and they've kicked the door in, and they're all excited, all of them, all the neighbors are just flipping out. The guys running back behind, I mean, they're just pumped up because they took their neighborhood back. I also spent months going up to the courthouse one time because I had heard from some people from Neighborhood Standards. They were frustrated because some of these landlords were not getting what they felt, you know, they were getting extensions so many times, and then the neighbors were getting on Neighborhood Standards saying, we don't see anything happening. So every Thursday for 3 or 4 months, I went up there and I sat and I watched the judge. He says, ma'am, can I help you? And I said, well, I'm just here to observe. And he says, well, can I ask you why? I said, well, sure. I am representing the Coalition of Neighborhood Organizations, and I have complaints on some of these people that you're dealing with, and I want to know why this is being postponed over and over again. And his eyes were like, okay, I understand, ma'am. So every week after that, he would explain why he made a decision right there in the courtroom to, this is why I'm extending this, or this is why you're getting the fine. And he actually started arresting some people. Neighborhood Standards turns around and they're jumping for joy. I mean, they're thrilled. But I started bringing other people from the neighborhoods that had complaints or that couldn't figure out. I started bringing them, and so we'd have different visitors so they could back up what I was saying to their neighbors and to CONO. So it turned the whole thing around. I mean, it's been an amazing difference. You can ask Dave Griffith, you know, and the group. They were thrilled, and it's going very well now.
Lawson has been congratulated by State Representative Bob Fleiter and the Decatur City Council for her years of service. If you'd like to see her, she'll be at the GM Square Neighborhood Organization stop on the National Night Out. That's August 3rd at 5 p.m. at the Decatur Civic Center. So that's what's happening in the city this week. For the Herald and Review, I'm Kenneth Lowe. Take care.